Why do TF2 YouTubers quit TF2? It's a thing that I've decided to make. It's somewhat unscripted here on the second channel, but I think I need to make it because it's a reality check that a lot of the TF2 community needs. And this is obviously in light of the recent news of elmaxo quitting, and I've decided to strike while the iron is hot here, right? Personally, I saw it coming. He's talked about it on his second channel. I didn't expect it to happen so abruptly, but it's not something that's like super disappointing to me. I'm happy for him to move on and try different things in his life. And I get that a lot of people are sad. A lot of people loved his content. And I don't blame you for being upset. It sucks. It can generally suck, especially if you don't see it coming. It was very abrupt and sudden news after such a big video of his and all that. But the truth of the matter is, almost nobody can keep making TF2 content forever. Specifically, like, just content on, one specific game. There are very few exceptions, I reckon. Like, you could say, like, Uncle Dane or Banny. But there are very few exceptions to people who just stick with it for any more than, like, half a decade. Or, whatever, right? Just, it doesn't happen. It is not a matter of if. It is a matter of when. That's the expectation you should have for whenever a new TF2 content creator comes up. Myself included. And it's easy to think that, oh, that sounds so exciting to be a TF2 creator. If I got that opportunity to be one, I would cherish it and never quit. I would commit to it forever. And it is very easy to think that. It is very easy to think that from the outside. But you will get fed up with it, especially after that initial excitement and the honeymoon phase ends, and you begin having that pressure on you. This is going to vary from person to person. Obviously, in my main channel, I put a lot of emphasis on high production quality. But that's just, I like doing it. But it will just drive you nuts doing the same type of content on the same game without eventually trying to branch out or do something else. It will just drive you nuts. It is pretty much an inevitability with very few exceptions. Do not think that this next one is going to be an exception. Have the expectation that they will eventually branch out or just stop entirely. And another thing I want to say is that them quitting is not a matter of running out of ideas. I've seen so many people talk about how, TF2bers are running out of ideas. Mate, I have too many. I am perplexed at the number of ideas I have for videos. Many of these ideas which will never come to light, likely, just because I don't have the time to make them all. It is overwhelming, the number of ideas I have. It just shouldn't be. It is completely perplexing. It is completely perplexing. I just should not have this many ideas. But I do. And that is awesome, that I can have that many ideas. But, I don't have the time to make them all. But yeah, it is not a matter of TF2bers running out of ideas. They are not running out of ideas. There are so many ideas, and I keep finding new ground and things to talk about, or new takes that I can have on things. It is wild. It should not be this way. It's just perplexing that I have so many ideas. And maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just good at it. Maybe the people who do end up doing this are good at it. No idea. And that's about the point of the video where I talk about the general consensus of why TF2bers quit. Nobody can keep doing the same thing forever. They're going to eventually run out of ideas. No, sorry, they're not going to eventually run out of ideas. Sorry, I misspoke. They can't keep doing the same thing forever. They're going to eventually just kind of drive themselves nuts. And they're going to want to try new things. And for maybe different reasons. But you should have the expectation. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Now, this is the point in the video where that's just the general, with general, pretty much any TF2 content creator. I'm going to talk about how I am looking with myself as a TF2 content creator, how I'm going to handle this going forward, and what my plan is with this. If you don't care about me and what I'm going to say about myself here, there's the door. Thanks for watching and listening. Hope you have a good day. You got what you came for. If you do care, I'll go on. To be completely clear, I am not quitting TF2 content anytime soon. Like I said, I still have a whole lot of ideas, and also just a lot of loose ends that I want to tie up. And even when I do, I will not go cold turkey on it. It will not be something very sudden and out of nowhere, and then I will just suddenly stop making TF2 content in any way, shape, or form. I will ease into it. It will begin to I'll begin to phase it out. And I will not go cold turkey. And even then, I don't think I will entirely quit. The DNA of it can still be in there. Maybe videos that just aren't entirely centered around TF2, but TF2 can kind of still show up. And another thing is that the first thing I'm going to do is, in fact, not just stopping making content about TF2, but I want to actually branch out into making stuff about the other classes that aren't just videos that aren't specifically pertaining to Spy. And then eventually talking about other games, and then start to intersperse, videos about other classes and then other games here and there. It's making content. I want to try making content encapsulating wider TF2, because I would love to try this sort of stuff with editing. We're talking about just the other classes. But the one thing I can promise is that I will not begin to phase out the Spy or TF2 content until the end of the Spy Psychology series. I am currently working on the second to last episode, and I have not revealed its theme yet, and don't bother asking. I will not say it. Just wait until it gets revealed. I am autistically stubborn, but I will commit to finishing the last 2 episodes of that series before you begin to see me start making not Spy stuff. And it's kind of that I kind of owe it to the series, because the Disguises episode of the series is what blew my channel up in the first place. Spy Psychology is intrinsically linked to the success of my channel, and I want to do that series justice. I want to make sure it's good, and I want it to end in a satisfying way. We've got 2 episodes left. I want to make them really good, because I just owe it to it. And even then, once the series does end, it won't instantaneously mean I will stop making content about Spy or TF2. Again, I will ease you into it. You will still probably get a bunch more videos specifically relating to Spy, but you will also begin to see other videos interspersed with that aren't necessarily that. And I will begin to tread new ground. And of course, my avatar of the Spy with the funny yellow hat and the other chain thing that is like a cross with the knives, that will remain even if I stop making TF2 videos. That will remain. My avatar will remain with me. Because it is too intrinsic. It is so easily recognizable, and it's like, it translates so well into fan art. Like, people make fan art of it, and it's easily recognizable as me. It's great. That will likely stay with me, even beyond TF2. And a lot of it just comes from the fact that I like to experiment a lot with content, even in currently now. It is quite clear that I like to experiment with content. I try all kinds of different things, even within the realm of TF2 Spy. Recent example, my last video, seeing how people liked live commentaries like that, and I got pretty good reception to that, actually. A lot better than I expected. The Uncle Dean podcast, thought it'd be something that people would be interested in, also did better than I expected, and I used these sort of experimental videos to kind of gauge interest into other things I could try, and I have fun doing them. I get to see people's reaction to something new that they haven't seen me do before. And if a video of mine is weird and does something really different, I really often want to know what people think of them. I really want to know what people think of them. And it's great to see that people like seeing me do these other things, and people are kind of now just there for the sake of me, which is great, because people are enjoying my content for me, the way I do it. And being experimental in the way that I am with just any creative work, anything like back when I was doing game design with the Minecraft minigames, and I might get back into it, I might get back into it at some point in the future, maybe even make videos about it, but the benefits of being experimental have benefits, it's interesting to me, it's fun to try new things, it's interesting to the viewer because the viewer doesn't even they don't quite know what to expect. I often like to play with expectations. I kind of like to play with what you might expect. I need water. Oh my god. This is why you do. I've done this all in one take. This is why you drink water between takes whenever I do a thing on the actual scripted video. Oh god, sorry. My throat is just dry. But yes, interesting to the viewer, and of course letting me gauge what people are interested in. It's why I'm experimenting. It's why you try new things, and it's something you just have the impulse to do. You want to try new things, and it's a way you get better. They're just, things in life, I guess. But yeah, end of the day, do not fear about me suddenly quitting TF2 content. And even when the Spy Psychology series ends, I'm not going to suddenly just cold turkey it. It will just gradually begin to phase out, but don't expect it to be sudden. You've still got a lot of good stuff from me in just the TF2 and TF2 Spy department. And a lot of ideas that I'm probably going to still come up with from now that I'm then going to make into TF2 videos. Do not fear me quitting out of TF2 content anytime soon. And I still have a massive passion for gaming, especially the way of how, not just playing games, but the way they are put together and designed. So, yeah, I am not going to quit, and I'm not going to go cold turkey. I don't want to do that. And that's something I can at least relieve you of. But yeah, the TF2 community kind of needs the reality check that pretty much all TF2bers will eventually stop doing stuff about TF2. And often they will find more success once they start doing that. But yeah, you are not entitled to me staying with this game forever, because I just can't. When my channel got popular, I came back from a multi-year hiatus from TF2, and then I got my success. It's probably going to happen again. Eventually. I'm not going to cold turkey it. I promise I will not cold turkey it. I don't know how gradual the phase out will be, but I have ideas where I can mix TF2 videos with other games. It's fine. Because I have loose ends, things I want to do, and things I want to try. But yeah. Anyway, that was the funny unscripted video. Hopefully my mic was all good throughout this entire thing. Okay, thanks for watching. I don't know. That's the video. Okay, bye.